Astronomicals. You know them well. The items end up in your reincarnation pool for a single prestige and then vanish afterwards. Well, you've been waiting for a tier list from me on these for ages, and I finally got all 10 of the Astronomicals to make a tier list. Ignore the fact that I also have a bunch of ultras and then these two things I want to appear for some blimmin' reason. Anyway, we're going to start off with the Villa de Lune. The Villa de Lune, yeah, it's an item. It does 1.9 MPU base with a 48 times upgrade and it makes your all glow purple. Now, when buffed by Radiance, this thing can be pretty good. The problem is that the Radiance buff giver isn't exactly good. So this is going down into the C tier. It's definitely usable, but it's not exactly great. Alright, next up, the Grimbell. The Grimbell has a really weak base upgrade of 32 times the 1.7 MPU, and it gives Voided, which means it can be buffed, and when it's buffed you can get up to a pretty good multiplier, but the fact that you need to buff it in order to make it good, and you have to deal with Voided, yeah, this is going into the D tier. Alright, next up we have the Stardew Valley, the one item that made it impossible to do this before the Ascension 2 update, because I just could not get this item to show up in the reincarnation pool for 150 prestiges. It even took until about prestige 50 in the second Ascension to get this thing. But now that I have it, it's a 35 times base upgrade with a 1.8 MPU, and it gives Sparkles an actually positive effect, which has a 45% chance to get an extra 1.05 times upgrade for 5 seconds. This one's actually alright. The MPU, it could be better, so I'm going to put this into B tier. Next up, Occam's Razor. One of the items you can get before even ascending. This gives Voided, and it's pretty weak. It belongs with the Grimbell. Next up, Golden Garden. This Astronomical appears to be one of the most common ones I get, and it's alright. It gives Sparkles. It's like the Stardew Valley, I think, except it's actually about the same strength as it, so I'm going to put it right with it in the B tier. Alright, here we have the most powerful of the Astronomicals, Frozen Altar. This is the Ascension 2 Astronomical, and because of that, it's actually pretty good. And it gives Frozen, which, when you're at Ascension 2, you have Mossy, which means it's not really a detrimental effect. This is going straight to S tier, no questions asked. Duck Apocalypse, I think you're not going to decide I'm putting this into the S tier because it's a nostalgic buffer, and nostalgic has a lot of powerful items attached to it that get up to extremely high MPUs when buffed. And my chair just made an interesting sound, but yeah. Alright, Celestial Elemination, no, F tier. It's a soaring upgrade, you're not going to use this thing. I don't care that its MPU is still, just ignore that item. Cannon Nebulizer, this is going into the A tier. It may seem strange that I'm putting an AoE upgrader into the A tier, but the fact that it gives Voided at such an absurd rate, you have to be careful using this thing. And lastly, the Aztec Monolith. Now, if I'd made this video before Ascension 2, this thing probably would have placed pretty badly, but after Ascension 2 came out, it got buffed to be an Ascension 2 Astronomical with a 2 MPU that gives Mossy a really powerful effect, and I'm going to put this up in the S tier, alongside Duck Apocalypse and Frozen Altar, because the Mossy effect is very, very good. And that concludes my tier list of the Astronomical items. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.